Well, here we are at the final tour of Centralia. Welcome everyone back to Centralia, Pennsylvania, the famous ghost town that previously had fire burning underneath it and is now moved out of the area, but we're here for one specific reason, and that is to support our friend Mr. Adam Tereska. In the past, I've documented his tours here. I've done countless videos myself. I have a whole playlist of Centralia. But we gather here today because this is his final tour, because as he announced, he is moving out down to Texas to be with his daughters and his family. So this is going to be his last hurrah, and I came out to show some support, and a lot of people came out as well. They're all back there. It's a good number of people here. You'll see them throughout the video. It's going to be a highlights video, rather shorter one, just because I have documented this tour before. But I'm doing this again to show support for him and to commemorate today's experience and his last visit here. So I call him Mr. Centralia. He is the know-all, tell-all of this town, and I've learned so much through him, and I'm glad to be able to come out and be here one last time. And those of you who are not able to make it, hopefully through my video and the others will give you an idea as to what this day was like. But again, it's gonna be on the shorter side, not detailed. I'm gonna overlay some, B-roll and some music, stuff like that. But nonetheless, we're here. It's sunny out, it's dry, it's warm, it's gonna be hot, but we are ready to do one final tour of Centralia. So I hope you come along with me and join us for this monumental day in Centralia.
So they shut down in 1979 and got them out of here. And they got the gas drained out of it because there was obviously a fire hazard. And that shut down the only gas station that was in town.
As we heard on previous tours, this is the site of the gas station here where the fuel tanks were reading temperatures of, Adam, what was the temperature readings?
172 degrees.
172 degrees of the fuel tanks underground. And they knew there was a problem. They had to excavate it, shut the station down, and prevent a major catastrophe that ultimately already happened and ended up forcing everyone out of the town anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a pretty sick thing. You can't even see.
So the group of them ventured up on the hill. Myself, Becky, and Nick are down here. So you'll be able to see views from up there on some of their videos, but they're going to be making their way around. And we still have more stuff to see, but having the playground here, the swing set pipe, still holding strong, well, at least part of it, is pretty neat to see. Oh yeah, there is another piece. Yeah, so Becky just spotted that one there. And those guys actually found a set of steps over there too, which was probably something to do with either the playground or possibly a building, but didn't want to venture through this stuff and attract those nasty ticks. So that's why there's a bunch of us filming different areas, so you guys get to see different things depending on where you go. You're right in front of my camera. Jeez.
Mind me.
So these steps that we're walking up was part of the football field and track area for the high school. It was right up here.
Where the trains were sitting, there's like 100 engines sitting in one spot.
Was it Union Pacific?
Orange and black.
But yeah, well, it might be BNSF.
Yeah, and that's split that up like that. And so there's a 20 houses in a small urban town, which is between Burnsville and.
Yeah.
Or just scratch it further in. Yes.
All right, everyone. So far, it's been a fantastic day here. Alan and his kids did have to leave a little bit earlier, but he was at least able to come and hang out for a little bit. We did get another individual who joined us, Chris, from Exploring at the Coal Cracker. And everyone else that's here is still here. We're now making our way to one of our favorite spots, which is the abandoned building here, which is kind of behind the firehouse. We don't know too much about it. Some type of garage slash, held equipment, odds and ends things. Like there's a little bit of everything there with like cages in the basement, some areas where they're hanging tools. So Adam is going to be taking everyone to see that. Some of us have been there multiple times. Others are seeing it for the first time. I'm going to give you guys just a real quick glimpse because, again, I've been here before, showed it to you guys. And then after this, I will be heading out. I think they do have other places they will be exploring today in Centralia, so you'll want to be looking out for the other videos from everyone else to see what else I did miss. But just really glad to be here, and it's turned out to be a great group of people that came out, and we're all having a really great time. Okay, so right now I do have the man himself, Mr. Adam Tereska here. We're outside the abandoned building here in Centralia. As I mentioned, this is his last tour as of now in Centralia. And I wanted to give him a moment just to share his thoughts on the tours we've had in the past and this being the last one, whatever he wants to share to kind of bring it home and to hear it from the man himself.
Well, it said it's going to be the last tour I'm going to be doing here in Centralia, but the friends I've made here, my extended family as I refer to them, and coming out to see all the different locations here and show everybody some of what the place was like and the different little specific areas are something I enjoy immensely. I enjoyed answering questions for anybody who had them, and I still kept learning myself. with the move to Texas and whatnot, it is, you know, as Jay said, it's going to be the last tour I'll be doing. And I'm going to miss it. I am. I love coming down here. You know, it's unofficially my favorite spot to come to in Pennsylvania. But I know when other people come down here, I know they'll do a good job with it. And I look forward to see what people come up with when they give their own perspective.
And Adam, I just want to say, I just want to, thank you for your, friendship, your support, and your wealth of knowledge that you have given to myself and others. I mean, through you, I've learned so much more than I didn't even know was out there about this town and even other things in Pennsylvania. So it's been a pleasure and a joy, and I wish you a lot of happiness and success in your move.
I really appreciate that, man. And just remember, the brotherhood never ends.
Exactly. All right, thanks everyone. Now, Steve actually found something we never discovered before. We're just across from the building, maybe 30 yards away, and we come across this pile that kind of stood out to him. And here there's some rebar, parts of a concrete wall, looks like a metal or steel item sticking out. So something was here at one point. Adam thinks there's something related to the colliery that was back in this area too. So obviously the land has been transformed a bit, but it is still evident something was here at one time. Up a little higher too, we're finding even more big chunks and blocks of concrete here. I just spotted something too, a lot of rebar sticking out of the ground, various pieces twisted and just protruding out of the ground. You can see it's connected there. More concrete scattered around, so evident. Yep, there's more concrete right there too. So yeah, we stumbled upon something new here that is obviously very old. Even farther away, we're finding more of it. Just for scale, put my hand on it. Some big piece of iron, and it's some fairly old concrete there. So it looks like whatever was here apparently was raised and just kind of either pushed in different areas or natural decay toppled it in different areas. But up where we started, where Steve was, he did see kind of a clear outline of the building or structure. So the rest of the guys climbed up the hill and we were kind of hanging down below, and Steve came down. I was like, yeah, there's some stuff worth checking out. So we came up here and I first spotted this piece of railroad track. Looks like narrow gauge coming right out of the ground. And there's actually some concrete right there. And there's an insulator over there, porcelain, and it looks like a clothesline pole and some more stuff up there. So yeah, we're actually finding a lot more than we ever realized was here. But yeah, that stuck out to me like a sore thumb. I'm like, yep, that's rail. And right where he stepped, it was part of a wall or foundation. There's a lot more concrete here. There's a little pad. Oh yeah, there is rail in there.
A real good shot of it on this side.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a dump pit. I'm gonna go ride Black Diamond and drop this off while I'm there. Just throw it off the
And
side.
for scale, next to Nick is this really big, it's like electrical insulator type thing. Yeah.
Porcelain.
But yeah, all in there is there's concrete and there's a pipe sticking out, and the rails though have me intrigued. It's like an ash pit almost, or coal or something. And directly across, we do have a little source of water trickling down. There's some piping coming out of the mountainside there, and up on top, Chris said there is a little type of dam or pond or something, which I may try to make it up there. So Master, there is an easier way to get up there, so I'm going to follow him and we'll give you a shot of that little reservoir up there. Some more electrical equipment here too. The Barbie package. Now we got to cross this big creek. Don't step in the water and get your toes wet. Oh, we made it. Made it up here now, and to my surprise, there's a pretty decent sized body of water. Like a nice little oasis here. Now there is the active road up there. You can see cars going by, and I've driven past this before. I didn't even realize it was here. And there's actually fish in here and clamshells. Not sure if you can see them with the reflection, but they are in there.
Dun, 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 dun.
I actually may return here in the future and do some snorkeling because this is pretty interesting. And there's obviously some stuff in here from an operation in the past. It's most likely tied to, you know, coal processing in the past, but there's definitely fish in here, clam shells, oysters or something. Who knows what else? I mean, it's clear, but a little murky, but it goes pretty deep. I actually see a pipe in the water there. So I think I will be returning in the future. And there's a pipe over here too, and a big tie here or something, utility pole, fishing lure. And there's more of it over here. I'll give you just a quick look at it. How do you get over there?
Through the it's real thick through there, but it goes pretty far.
I'll give it just a peek. There's rail here, cable.
Yep.
Okay, duck down. We got to go through some cramped corners here. Oh. Okay, so over here it's more of like a swampy area. Water is much shallower, but it goes quite a ways. There's some wildlife in there. Now, I do have my drone. I may be able to fly from the car and show this in the air, so I'm going to try to do that. And if I'm successful, you'll see that footage too. Well, just goes to show that no matter how many times you revisit a very familiar and common place, you still seem to find new discoveries. And that's the whole reason why we do come back, is because with going to different locations, having multiple sets of eyes, coming different times a year, there's obviously stuff that we do miss from previous adventures. So this was one for the books, to say the least. I do want to thank Adam for being so kind and gracious to put on these tours. Even though I've been to a few of them, each time I come I have learned something new, or we do find something else. And as I mentioned, he is by far the go-to man that I know personally that knows so much about Centralia. And even when he comes, he educates himself even more. And with his upcoming travels coming up pretty soon, you know, it's going to be sad not to see him and to hang out, but we're still going to keep in touch. I'm going to look forward to his adventures down there in the big, great state of Texas. And I'll do my best to keep documenting Centralia for, you know, future visits and meetups and stuff like that. I do enjoy coming here and try to get here at least once a year. It always seems like there's something changing or going on, or something worth documenting. And to everyone that did come out today, I'm glad they were able to come out and show Adam some support. And obviously, most of you guys know them. I will try to link as many channels as I can down below in the description, which will take you over to their videos so you can watch their tour from today. But Adam, if you're watching this, just want to say thank you so much once again. You've been an outstanding gentleman, a great friend. Glad I met you. Glad we got to become friends and hang out and make some memories together. And I wish you a lot of happiness and success. And I definitely will have to make it down there to Texas to see you sometime in the future. And to all of you who are watching today's video, thank you so much for watching. I know this was not my typical Centralia type documentary video, but being here so many times and being on the tour, I just want to kind of summarize and show highlights from his last tour here in the town of Centralia. So don't forget, if you want to see more Centralia videos or previous tours, just check on that Centralia playlist. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys stay safe, take care of one another, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.